Shalom, 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 shalom. Peace be to the election of the nation of Israel. Call Allah Yahuwah Alhayyina Yahweh Bashem Yahshai B'Shem Kadash. All praises and glory to our power, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai B'Shem Kadash. Rakte Yahweh, Rakte Yahushai, Rakte Yahweh, Rakte Yahushai, Rakte Yahweh, Rakte Yahushai. Call Allah Yahuwah Alhayyina Yahweh Bashem Yahshai B'Shem Kadash. Allah Wayah, Wahallah Yahushai. Praise Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. Bless Yahweh and bless His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai. All right, I said all of that in the Paleo Hebrew. Shalom, of course, to the Akim on the comment board. Of course, got the Ak Ramya Shamar, Yermai Shamar on the comment board. Shalom, been a bit out here. Yahweh Shai 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 but not one with come for you. Shemiah Mafin is a Mafpa. My young God Waller Kabnafana from the Great Millstone Camp, simply plain tables by a yard in the city of Philadelphia. I'm the mighty Ma'ait. Come on, lesson little RAV lesson. This lesson, I believe the original Nashama came from, or the inspiration came from the Ak, that's Amalan Gabar over in New York. He, I think he did a lesson basically about praying. It was just like a quick exhortation. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, he did a quick exhortation on prayer and such, which through the spirit, I just I got a couple of different precepts, just as they say, to land back on or skillfully add on what was said. Okay, one of the, of course, most critical things, one of our greatest tools in this is communication to our power. Having the names of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's our strong tower, and that's how, of course, things get activated. All right, having the names of Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, very, very, very important. Many people have the names of Yahweh Shem Shai, so they can't summon Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, for what? Salvation. Okay, deliverance from different various circumstances which one is placed within. All right, so that leaves people destitute, Israelites being destitute from being able to receive help. All right, instead, as you can see, like I was about the city on my lunch break, and that was we not know yesterday, but Friday, so-called Friday, and there is a it was a chick. She was getting she was in the city center, like Chinatown, and what she was talking about, she came out, she had like just kind of like a guy. Yeah, the water for that precept because I needed that one. Yeah, she was just like a guy, like most of these as they call them Ikes, put a D on there, and she got she, like, it's weird too because some of them, like you said, they might try to do that, but they just a little bit like I said, they'd be a little bit too cute to be trying to play around with that, which like she's a more lively, she had like a lively spirit and such, but trying to be like that tomboy, like she one of them tomboy. I know, like, loads of you the men out there, you had that in times past where you had friends or or chicks you knew in the world that were they were like tomboys and such, and then they ended up basically becoming sexually liberated into taking those different alternative lifestyles. All right, well, she was man, she be one of them, whether she's out in the closet or not. It tells you that what does it say? It says that a person's gait, in the excessive laugh, which pretty much tell what they are and such. And I could pretty much tell, obviously, that she just based on what she's wearing, she has a liking towards would be women and stuff like that. And then even like I say, secretly, or I've been up learning that most of them they still deal with dudes and stuff like that too. Because you can't replace obviously the penetration and force of a man, right? And the actual man with blood pumping throughout his his mama thumb, mama thumb what, just being real, you know, uh, chicks, hey, they weren't designed to do these lewd acts in which they be doing, as the scriptures tell you in Romans, and things that are unseemly, you know, vile things and such. But anyway, yeah. So the chick, she had like she seemed like I had like a Scottish coat of arms. Or it's like the flag, the coat of arms, but it's a coat of arms as well, I believe. The rampant lion. If you're familiar with it, it's just it's orange. It's like I believe it might be like orange, red, and that's the old one, the coat of arms. It's no like there's no like this one. There's no like this one. It's not like just the regular cross. It's no like this. So yeah. So she seen that, or like I have it on my one uniform. So she like it's not even, it's like a just a jumper you would call, or you would say like a jumpsuit. I use it pretty much to cover when I go out working and such. But she seen it on there and she was just like, I like the I like that, like, pretty much. And she was gravitated towards it. Obviously it sticks out. Um and she was just like, I know it may be just for work or something like that. And I was like, it's no for work and stuff. Meaning like the job didn't put a Scottish coat of arms on there. But I was like, made a comment. I was like, yeah, well, I see you got the tiger's eye. He's like, oh, I gotta stay protected. All right. So she said she gotta stay protected, but see, when you don't have Yahweh Bashem El Shai B'Shem Kakadash, I mean, you gonna seek after all other forms outside of the truth, okay, for some form of protection, but not knowing that these other alternative forms aren't uh, your shield at all. And hey, those are the things like, because they start praying to spirits, getting into praying to their ancestors, and getting into all these different, every wind of different doctrines and such, and that'll destroy you. Our power, who we supposed to call upon for our salvation, is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. Let me see. I'm just gonna try to go do the spirit, and and get some scriptures. Yup. Let me see. Yeah, that's a good precept. Judges. Yeah, I'm gonna line that up. The water for that precept. And brother, if you gotta get it. If you're looking for a Hebrew name, definitely, let it be known. If you're seeking a Hebrew name, us, of course, surname ourselves Jacob. Hey, we getting our customs back, having Hebrew names and such. Getting back to our customs. All right. But yeah. Let me see if I can get this one scripture. I was looking even just in general to the birth of even Yahweh Shai. All right. Oh, he got Khayal Awar. What's that, like treasure light or something? Is that art? Yeah, like treasure light. And let me know to confirm that. I think that's what Khayal might mean. But yeah. So let me see. 1 second. This is I think it's 14 and 21. Let me see something. No, that's no it. Getting it mixed up. We was just in this preset too at the camp, so just bear with me. Let me see something real quick. right, I'm gonna start with this one, then I'm gonna just bounce around. Oh, valiant light. All right, okay. All right, the water. So, yeah, we'll go into it. Um, I'm gonna just start with this one. Um, this is Isaiah chapter 11 and 1. It says, "And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the spirit of the Rakah of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of fear of Yahweh." All right, and that's speaking about Yahweh Shai. Okay, and shall make him of a quick understanding in the fear of the Lord. He shall judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and the breath of his lips shall slay the wicked. All right. And righteousness shall be in the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness in the girdle of his reins, right? And we have a power, all right, through Yahweh Shai, that's going to judge in righteousness, judging and seeing us in righteousness, and having mercy upon us, all right, from the various sins that we did commit and such. Okay, and that's another important thing within prayer, which we're going to go into, is having, of course, forgiveness within your spirit, towards brothers and such like that. You want to pretty much have like a clear conscience, have that all cleared out, so that the Lord can forgive you. The Lord, if you want mercy, you got to be merciful. Be merciful as your Father is in heaven. All right. Very, 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 very important. Okay, let me see if I can find this other scripture. Um, just give me a moment. It's strange. I don't know where it's at. I'm probably hovering about it. Um, Basically, I'm looking for the scripture that talk about Yahweh Shai, like when it's basically the prophecy about Yahweh Shai, about the yeah, there it is, 7:14. Slack it, there it is. This is and making it more um a habit to, like say, try to dive actually in the physical scriptures more. All right, we look up words, and but also, you know look into the physical scriptures, so I can, keep this in me more, and that's what we want to do. Get more intimate with the words in the book. You know, this is the book of Isaiah, or Hasapar, the book. All right, this is Isaiah, or Yeshaya 7:14, and it says, "Therefore the Lord shall give you a sign. Pardon, behold, a virgin." Um, Ilama is the virgin, all right, being what a young woman, all right, marriageable age, right, shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel, or Allah. I gotta go double check it real quick. All right, which this is that's a title for Yahweh Shai. All right, but this is talking about Yahweh Shai. All right, this is a prophecy. All right, give me one moment as I get it in the Hebrew. All right, and it's important that the Lord gave us Yahweh Shai, so we can cry upon Yahweh Shai, and then Yahweh Shai, who's our mediator, can, of course, plead our cause for us to the Most High Yahweh, and grant the petitions in which we do seek, if it be the will of the power. All right. Um, Let me get that. Isaiah chapter 7. And like I said, I'm going in the spirit, as you can see. There's things I got already written down, but, hey, we got to go with the spirit, quenching out the spirit. All right. So, yeah, I'm, I, I'm, or yeah, I'm Nawa Allah. All right, meaning I'm is with uh, Nawa Allah goes into with us. All right, Nawa in the big in that means like with us. Allah is power. So all together, you got I'm is with, and then you got us, Allah power. All right, with us power. So just breaking it down by Habar in the Hebrew. All right, and hey, the Lord hastening us in the Hebrew, like just seeing like me, like sometimes things we do learn from our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We'll learn it, but it take the spirit to quicken it up just so that you can really understand it. You'll know it, but do you really understand it? Like some of the Hebrew and stuff like that. Sometimes like you have to like how I'm physically. All right, what is it? No, well, Allah. Well, did I really understand completely within my mind or picture it in a certain perspective of the breakdown of that word? All right, meaning the power is with us or with us power. All right, I'm I'm wa I'm Nawa Allah. All right, Slakia. Yeah, right. Nawa is us or we. Right. So that's it. Symbolic and prophetic name of the Messiah, which is Yahushai the Mashiach. All right, prophesying that he would be born of a virgin and he would be power with us, right? And that's important. Our power is with us, okay? So in your prayers that you do say, your power is with you, okay? And that's a very, very, very important thing for us to understand and have to know. Like, because loads of the time, like, Jake be all with it, and those self being thinking they all alone when they all alone. You got all types of scriptures that the Lord telling you He's there with you, okay, in this age and time and everything, okay, always. All right, um, and like loads of the time that be something one of the reasons why you may pray. You may feel too like a depression demon, a spirit of heaviness may be upon you, as may like just trying to like literally cigar or shut uh, la ka or your mind maya from shawam or shawam, which is putting uh, the palathium uh, all, which is to or unto what him, meaning Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, and you'll have that's like a blockage. And those in the the people in the metaphysical and such, they'll call that like a blockage. Well, we if we have hit a blockage or a cigar, which means to shut. All right, we gotta get past them blockages. All right, so that we can be clear minded, sober minded, and be able to see again. Okay, clear. Okay, so I'm gonna get the prequad or the precept of the of course in UK he put up. All right, the London Forecasters Camp. And Shalom, of course, GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate. Mayim. I see GMS pray always, hopefully let. All right, and that's the thing about this praying always. Always is the yad. Palah means pray in the Hebrew, which is going into begging. All right, for the supplication for Yahweh Shem Shai, to Yahweh Shem Shai, for whatever we do seek. All right, so yeah, that's so the brother brought out First Thessalonians 5:16. All right, so I'm gonna try to get that real quick. First Thessalonians 5:16. All right, this instruction. 5:16. 16. And it says here, it says, rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. All right, I'm chanting it. Pray without ceasing. All right. And it says, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High in Hamashiach Yahushai concerning you. Right. So you have to also give thanks, to give thanks. Lord willing, I can find that in the, let me get that in the Hebrew New Testament in the Spirit. Pray without ceasing. We're going to do that, ceasing without resting, man, which we'll get it. And we're going to just go in the Spirit and just bring out what the Spirit wants to bring out. Okay? That's First Thessalonians. Let me get that real quick. First Thessalonians 5:16. And I'm gonna try to get. I'm gonna get it in the Hebrew New Testament, which I got sitting there right now. So it says, "Pray without ceasing." I'm just gonna look up, just establish pray. What you got here in the Greek, which is pros yo no nom e pro yo no. Hey, so let me see if I can get this.
Strong's G 4336. Pras uchamai.
All right.
Pras uchamai.
Prasumchamai. All right. I'm no Greek, I'm no Greek scholar, but we try. Offers prayers to pray. Okay, and they have it to make prayer a supplicate. It's also worship. Okay, it's a reverent way of worshiping our power to pray. That's part of our custom to worship our power. Okay, is to pray earnestly for. All right. Also, you got pray pros, right, meaning to advantage of, nearby, towards, to, regard to, like unto. It's a root word etymology, which I'm going into, and pray, which is they got that.
Strong's G 2172.
Yuchama, which means to pray or to wish, to pray for. Okay? It reminded me of that R. Kelly song, I wish, I wish, I wish. It's really I pray, I pray, I pray. All right? Because those are the things that we do pray for, is things, our wishes, what our desires are, and we want them to be done, right? Don't you want your prayers to be answered? Like, nah. All right. All right. So I'm gonna get that in the Hebrew, just in the Spirit, in this Hebrew New Testament. I got the water to the that'd be the Zaquan Yasha Wamba. You was able to drop this through the Spirit, and I want to use it more. And see, like that, we right there to where we need to be in Thessalonians, okay? In the Hebrew New Testament right here, all right? Which Amalek only want to try to get us to, like, you gotta have like a Jewish surname or something like that or something. I tried to get it on my own. They said me shite. But anyway, so that's verse 17. So I just gotta find it now. Verse 17, right? First Thessalonians 5:17, and which it just say, pray without ceasing. Now let me just see if I can find it now. This should be very, very short. Let me see if I can find rejoice evermore. Because let me see something. Got Ha, Allah, Hayum, power, all, you come unto them, maybe? Let me see. You got Ba, Mashayah, anointed one, Yeshai. What's that? Yeshua, or Yahweh Shai. Ath, Ha, Racha, spirit, La'ah, not the Kabwa, the Kab, Ath, Ha, Nab. Let me see. So hold up. I gotta find this statement, man. So bear with me as I find it. I just want to find where it just said it. It shouldn't even be that long. You know, when I do it. So I might have read quench not the spirit. Or verse 18. I definitely was reading that. Because verse 18 says, Ath, which verse 18, it goes into, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of the Most High and Yahweh, or Hamashiach Yahweh concerning you. Okay, Ath, Haracha, La'ah, the Kabwa. Right? Let me see. Come, call, Adam, Hayawa, Shemak, Hayawa, which maybe like B, Hayawa, B, Shemach Yum, which is rejoicing, Bakal, in awe, right? Which that's like rejoice evermore. Okay, so I'm getting closer. Slaki. This is a Hebrew. You know, it's like trying to find the word. You know, what I'm trying to find. You know, let me see, all call Adam, spirit to all men. Let me see. All right, that's verse 15. So I'm just finding it. If you can't see, you can't see. But this is how you practice in the Hebrew too, which is our language. You got wa, ra'ah, wa, what, look and look. Or in see, pun, ya shalom, ayash, man, peace, man. Let me see. La ayash, rai, which is rai. Let's see. Chath, rai, kaya, radap, wa, is like pursue. Bakal, or bakal in all. It's that eighth time in all time. Let me see. So I might got it. Let me see, in all time. That might be right there. That might be it. Give me one moment, Slaki. Like I said, this is all in the spirit. Redakwa is like Tawab. Definitely the good hun. All right, let me see. Then you got La Ayash, to man, Ayash, man, Makam, hun, La call, Adam, oh man, Hayawa, Shemak, Shemak, Shemayak, Shemak, Yum, Bakal, rejoice evermore. And then you got Ice this time. Ha Thum Yad Wa Ha Thum Yad, the are always Ba Tha Pa La. Alright, so there it is right there. So like, yeah, there it is right there. So I'm gonna try to show y'all that. So Ha Thum Yad Wa, which is basically saying always Ba Tha Pala, right? Like meaning prayer, pray, like praying. All right. So the statement is under 17, but it's right. It's like right here. It's like you're trying to hold something. You see something like this can. And then you got it right there, and you see the two dots ended it. So Slakia, we'll review this. Through the spirit. I'll try to write it down. Maybe I don't know. I'll try to write it down. And this is, like I said, this is all due to spirit. So hey, I'm gonna try to write out in the paleo real quick. All right, to pray. Basically to always pray. That's what it basically say. Always pray, right? Pray without ceasing is basically always pray in the Hebrew. All right, always pray, man. Okay. So again, it says Ha Tha right? Ma Yud or a Ya Slakia. And then you have the Mya or Slakia. I done this messed that up. It's like a D. I mean it's like a triangle. Slakia. Wa. And then you have so the Ha Thum Yad Wa. Alright. Ha Thum Yum Yad are always. Just always. And you have Ba. Always. Ba is in. And Tha. Pa. La. And a Ha. Okay. And always in prayer. Right? Or praying. Right? And praying. Just through the spirit. All right, so yeah, right. Read the Hebrew. It's like it, man. Why this thing all bright? It's like it. just trying to write it, write it out. All right. So what was he at? Um, that's it right there. Always in praying, which is ha them yad wa ba tha or ba tha pala. All right. So that's it. So hey, you can see as I grow in water, you can be watered as well. You know what I mean? This is how you do it. You know what I mean? Provoking brothers to get works and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You say you remember Esau have it like, look, if you just see nothing but a Syrian just sitting on this page and stuff right there. Syrian modern Hebrew, right, sitting on the page. I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the Ruach Kodesh, the Holy Spirit, in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I give all glory and power to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which the Lord put the elders and apostles, you know, um, their elders, high priests to be able to, break this all down that we have it, the Lashon Kodash, and that's another integral part of an important part of being able to pray is praying even in the Hebrew. All right. If you want to hit the highest might of everything, pray in the Hebrew. All right. So, hey, if y'all still there, y'all let me know, but I'm going to go back. So again, 1 Thessalonians 5:16, it says, rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, which altogether really is always in praying. Okay? Always in praying right there. And rejoice evermore is I think that was Haya wa Shemach Yom Bakal Ith. All right, so Haya wa is like B base. I think it could be like B. It's in the spirit. Or let be or be, right? Haya is like be. Haya wa. Shemakyum is rejoicing. Bakal is in awe. Shemach is glad, right? Shemach or rejoice, right? Yum make it plural, so rejoicing, right? Bakal is in, ba is in, call is all, and you have ith is time, all right. So all together, when you would say it, you would say, Hayawa Shemakyum Bakal ith Ha Thimyad wa Ba Dapala. All right, all together in the Hebrew. That's how we practice, reciting and doing this Hebrew. All right. So actively just showing you how it goes down, so yeah, man. So always you gotta be always in prayer, and rejoice evermore. In everything give thanks. Okay. And that's it. We gotta, give thanks all the different times we in, because it all works together for the good, for the godly, even the bad times and the things we experience. The Lord, He tailor made it, just so that we can be able, of course, being that broken and contrite spirit, be able to plead unto Him and cry. We suffer, be in humility and embarrassment, just so that obviously we can achieve this refinement, so that we can come forth as gold. All right, that fine gold, the finest gold, us as Hebrew Israelite men. All right. All right. So I'm gonna now just go because no brothers ain't got no other precepts on the comment board. I'm gonna go to some of the different precepts I got. All right, so I believe I was reading in Mark, right? Saint Mark, all right, chapter 4, and that was 38, okay, which 4 and 38. let's see. I don't know why that. I might have got it mixed up. Hold up. All right. Give me a wee moment. I gotta find it because I might have it mixed up. I put 4 and 38, but it might be a different precept. Give me a moment. So basically, it's going into after I think Yahweh Shai was was in the Garden of Gethsemane, right? So it actually is the precept actually is 14 and 38. I don't know why I got marked. I must have missed the one right there, so I can got like we dang. So yeah, so this was Yahweh Shai, in that place called Gethsemane, which I believe goes into the wine press, right? Let me see. I'm gonna go double check. Mark 14. And he was in great heaviness. Okay, very, very, very sorrowful. All right. He was obviously in the flesh, and knowing that, of course, he had to go suffer. Was heavy. And like I said, loads of the time, like we be mourning and be like, damn. But we got to go through different things. Sometimes we even go through things and we be like, damn, well, you got to go and pray. Okay. So, yep. So this is, going just to pick up that word for Gethsemane in verse 32. Yeah, oil press, which is Goth Shaman Bahabareth in Hebrew. All right. Goth goes into a wine press or wine vat. Okay, wine press or vat holding grapes and pressing them. All right, from the gun. All right, which is uh to basically to play or strike things, but obviously in the root of it, understanding it is you basically pressing wine. All right, which how should I be that? Okay. Shaman means oil, as we know. Gath Shaman, Bariath in the Hebrew, which goes into fat or oil. Okay? So, and I think that, yeah, it was even said, I think said what? I forget if it says it. Brother can correct me. I think it goes into how, what is it? Yahweh Shah was, I'm not sure if it was sweat and blood or, yeah, I forget. But I gotta look that up or something like that. Yeah, that's Luke chapter 22 and verse 44. See if we can get that real quick. Luke chapter 22 and 44. We qualify everything through the precepts. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Luke 22 and 44. All right, Luke 22, 44 reads, it says, this is just another account from going into what went down in the that Garden of Gethsemane, right? It says, I'm gonna just start at 39. He came out and went, and he was wont to the Mount of Olives, and his disciple also followed him. And when he sat at the place, he said unto them, Pray that ye not that's pray that ye enter not into temptation. And he was withdrawn from them about a stone cast and kneeled down and prayed. Okay? Yeah, so also he withdraw from them about, right? So he separated himself, going in private, right? You know, that's another thing. We try to be very intimate to Yahweh Shem Shai in private within our mind, the closet of our minds, or even physically. You go pray, go somewhere and go pray. And don't be as hypocrite trying to, oh look, he's praying. You know what I mean? It's an intimate thing with the power. It's intimate communication. All right. So and he kneeled down, and kneeling down, like I say, that's of submission, and very obviously reverence of your power. Okay. Um, um, and prayed, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup or kawas or cup from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. Okay, hey, hey, even within him praying and such, he praying and saying, "Not my will, but your will be done." And that's most of the time, like with me, that's like I pray for something, but I pray, Lord Yahweh Ratazai, hey, it be your will. If it be your will, I receive, what I want. Because it may be something I might pray for something, and it'll be the will of the power to give me that at this particular time and stuff like that. You know. It's a season for everything, but the Lord will give everything in due season. You know, it says, and there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. So hey, that's even heavy. Hey, within even Yahweh Shah praying, and being within that heaviness in that what Garden of Gethsemane, he or Goth Shimon Bahabareth in the Hebrew. Okay, he had an angel, which is a messenger, Mala'ak, all right, um, that that appeared and strengthened him, and hey, through the Spirit, that hey, that's we be praying for strength. The Lord, you may not know, obviously, you may know can see it, physically with your own eyes, but that could be, of course, what's transpiring, obviously, in the in the spiritual world realm, right there. Hey, you getting strengthened, because most of the time when you do be praying and such, you feel better. That's one of, I think Satan try to keep you from praying a lot of the time. I feel definitely try to keep you from praying so that you don't receive that comfort from your Yahweh Shem Shah, that you just keep sitting in like this agonizing state of suffering, and that keep you basically away from your power. But when you draw nigh to the power and talk to him, hey, the Lord strengthens you, man. Just as, hey, the Yahweh had to send an angel down to Yahweh Shah to strengthen us, to strengthen him, Slakia. All right, he strengthened his own son. All right, and if the own son he was down here in the flesh and prayed and needed to pray, we ought to, of course, follow in the same like. Okay, crazy, right? Or heavy, not even crazy, just right. Now going on, it says, and there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthen him, and being in agony, he prayed more earnestly. Okay, he prayed more earnestly. All right, let me see if I can get that. And let me see, let me get that. Luke chapter 22, and that's verse, I think, 44 or something like that. Okay, because he was in agony, man. Being going through that mental anguish of what he was going to have to suffer from. He was going to have to die for the children, his own sins, as in other reincarnations. All right, as Adam. All right, other Solomon. Other reincarnations he was in. If he could receive it, he was perfect as Yahweh, but he had to, of course, obviously, you know, uh, receive his, his, he had to die for them sins that he did, committed, you know, but he was perfect as Yahweh Shai, all right. Remember, he said, "But why thou callest me good? It's nothing good but the Father that's in heaven, you know." So if Yahweh Shai saying that, you would have to be talking about his past lives and such, you know, past generations. Okay, so beaten with much strife. There's precepts you can go and get too, So going on and being in agony, he prayed more earnestly. So let's just go into some of this here. Being in agony from uh, agonia, or agona, meaning to struggle, meaning it got struggle for victory, severe mental struggles and emotion, agony, like I said, like at mental anguish. All right, and your mental, your lob by lob, right, and kabod heavy. All right. Also, he said he prayed more earnestly. All right, so I'm gonna go look up to that word for earnestly, which is mean more intently or more earnestly, more earnestly. All right, intently. Okay, going on. When you put more intention, you gotta put intention in your prayers. All right, put the belief in it. All right. Now going on, it reads. It says, and his sweat was as it were drops of blood falling down to the ground. So that's heavy. He's sweating blood. You know that's heavy. So imagine that being in such anguish where you sweat and blood. That's some intense, immense suffering. All right. And when he rose up from prayer, and was come to his disciples, where he was separate, he found them sleeping for sorrow. Okay. And he said unto them, why sleep ye? Rise and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. Okay. Which got temptation, which is basically to be basically it's a trial, a proving of obviously your an enticement to sin, and also what it's basically where your fidelity is basically being challenged, to prove it, your character, your faith, and your holiness to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. If you love the Bachayar Mshal Yasha'Allah, you're gonna be praying. All right, you're gonna pray to your power. Your power gonna bring forth answers to you. Okay. So let's now go back. And I'm glad the Lord gave me this lesson through the Spirit, man. So be thankful always, right? Be rejoice always. All right, give thanks. All right, so I'm gonna go back and just read it in now the account from Saint Mark, because it said in verse 38, watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. Okay, the spirit is ready, but the flesh is weak. Okay, so you gotta watch and pray. All right, at least you enter into temptation, and you'll be, in a condition where praying, and then you got all of these more and more enticements to sin and such, and you like wonder why. Well, praying to be guarded more. You letting, of course, yourself to be surrounded more by these different evil spirits, Raiwath Rechawath, which it means Raiwath is going to evil, basically a plural way of evils, and Rechawath is spirits. Okay, you learn that to stick by you and such, and you need to be praying for it to be guided, okay, and to be protected, to have the Lord's Spirit to be surrounding you, okay. So if Yahweh Shem Shah told us to watch ye and pray, lest ye enter into temptation, the spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. The Lord is telling us that we got to be more into the spirit, and we got to be more understanding that our flesh also is weak. Okay, so no good thing dwelleth in the flesh. Basically, another precept. This flesh is weak, so we got to go and resort to the spirit, okay, which is strong, man, that strengthen us and help us in our infirmities, okay. Let's see. Let me get this cue. I'm not sure of any brothers on the comment boards that can put these different precepts on the quote. Got the infirmities. And Shalom to Quadar Gabar 3. Yeah. Okay, so infirmities. Let me see if I can get this. That's Romans chapter 8 and 26. Give me a moment as I get Romans 8 and 26. All right. Trying to break in this other Bible too, by the way. Let's see something. Okay. All right, Romans 8 and 26. Right. Reads, it says, for we are saved by hope. Starting verse 24. But hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for it? But if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it, right? We wait for the answer to appear. Okay, if we had that hope, that expectation, or you call in the Hebrew. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities. For we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groanings which cannot be uttered. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Recha, the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints to the will of the Most High. And we know all things work together for the good of them, to them that love the power, to them who are called according to his purpose. So, hey man, this speaks a lot. It speaks loads. I didn't even know I was gonna come with that pre. All right, or the Spirit really was gonna come with that pre. All right. Obviously, breaking down intercession so you can know Spirit making intercession. So your spirit, it's a lively thing, and like I said, hey, when you might not even say it, the Spirit will do it for you. That Rechak Kodash within you, intercession, to intercede for one, right? Intercede in behalf of, right? Because your flesh should be messed up and stuff, but hey, the Lord have you, that spirit kick in, and you're like, oh shoot, wait, let me pray these words myself, do my own, You know, it's like subconsciously, you know. But your conscious is spirit, you know, your spirit. So Pneuma spirit intercession, right? And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the spirit, you know. And the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai searcheth the hearts of men. Okay? So the Lord knows, you know. So it's good he even got a spirit that, you know, Holy Spirit within us that, you know, will be right there, you know, putting up some things, man. You know, messages. All right. So I also got the book of Sirach, chapter 13 and 14. Love the Lord with all love the Lord all thy life and call upon him for thy salvation. Right. You gotta call to the Lord for your salvation by praying unceasingly. Okay. So it's important, of course, to pray. It tell you also, let me get that precept too. Pray. Bang. Let me get that. Let me get it. Because you remember the spirit, the Asaki pardon. The the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. So this is gonna be Luke chapter 18 and 1. Luke chapter 18 and 1, which Luke 18 and 1, it reads, it says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Okay? So, you know, the good, you know, as in Thessalonians, you know, it's said about rejoice um, evermore and pray always, or what, uh, always in praying, or ha, themyad, or ba, da pala, all right, always in praying, all right. Hey, when the Lord say, or when he's speaking and he's saying, men ought to always pray and not faint. So that's again reinforcing the fact you have to pray. All right, you must pray. Okay, pray. Faint. Faint goes into ekakakeo, which means to meaning faint meaning to be utterly spiritless or to be wearied out or exhausted. Right, to be spiritless. You know, you don't want to be feeling like that. Failing heart, be faint hearted. Okay, you got to. This is my this is like my wee Hebrew like a Hebrew booklet that I made. It says in Sirach 7 and 10, be not faint-hearted when thou makest thy prayer, and neglect not to give alms. All right, so you have to be not faint-hearted or spiritless, all right, or wearied out. You know, that's another thing one must do. All right, and this is you know, giving that exhortation because I know we can always pray more. I can always pray more. So don't get caught in a thing where you're like, oh, I'm all right. No, talk about even going into praying like our forefather, like even David, I believe it said, pray in the morning, noon, and the eve. You know, so you know we want to pray when we wake up, pray in the midday, and at the end of the day. But even always praying, you know, all times. Okay, so and be fervent within it, be earnest within it, have intent within it. All right. Um, there's another scripture that I was thinking about. Oh, so then we're gonna go to Mark chapter 14, and we're gonna go to verse uh actually Mark 11. Okay, because now this is gonna break down a lot. and starting at 22. It says, and Yahushua answered said unto them, have faith in the Most High. Heavy, right? Have faith in the power. All right, I want to make sure I say that. You got to have belief. All right. Now going to verse 24, it says, therefore I say unto you, what things soever ye desire, or you seek, all right, requash, when ye pray, or when you pray, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. Right. So that takes belief. You know, what you bind here on earth shall be bound in heaven, roughly paraphrasing. All right. So, we want, of course, the Lord, when we pray, we got to believe. I'm a yan. I'm a yan. I believe. I believe. All right. By Yahweh Shem Shai. By the Palathium Yah in my prayers. All right. I believe that ye receive them and ye shall have them. So we got to believe as if we have them too. Okay. And that's hope and expectation. Because it's like you seeing, all right, like say like me, like I prayed for the Lord, and I actually even asked for other prayers for brothers. I guess Aqua, they prayed too for me to get a new place. And now I'm sitting in a new place, another dwelling. All right, I prayed for that, and the Lord brought it to pass. But I had to suffer much, and I had to cry to our power for my salvation. I was in a shite position. I literally had to fight myself physically out of the damn place, and mentally, all of that, crazy. But Yahweh Shemashai put me in that situation, and then I got out of it through him. All right, believing that he is, all right, that he exists and he's the power, and he is my salvation. All right. It says, now this is verse 25, and when ye stand praying, forgive if ye have aught against any. Okay, that's another thing, having that clear conscience. You come in, all right, you got something, hey, clear it up with a brother and pray to the Lord and forgive him. That your father also, that's why we say before the Passat, get all, the elders will say, like the apostles will say that, let go of all them things that you may be holding in, but don't be bearing grudges. All right. That's all. This is all integral and good instruction, so that the Lord can answer our prayers. Okay. So going on, if ye have aught against any, right, forgive if ye have aught against any, that your Father also, which is in heaven, may forgive you your trespasses. Okay. Be merciful as your Father in heaven is merciful. Okay. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father, which is in heaven, forgive your trespasses. Okay? So, we got to have a forgiving heart, especially, being towards our brothers. Okay? So, I think also I got, this is in the spirit. It's another good precept. This is Matthew chapter 6. And it starts in verse 5. It says, and when thou prayest, and when you pray, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, the actors, the stage players, right? You got these different churches, they up there, sitting there, giving them, like, that's just going to go until I'll just keep reading and I'll go. For they love to pray standing in the synagogues, houses, and in the corners of the streets in the open, that they may be seen of men. Oh, yeah, look at them, man. They must be so holy. Look at them praying, It says, verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, Saki, but you, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet and bind, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, And the Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do. You see, like I said, you see T.D. Jake and Joel Osteen, all these different Christian pastors sitting there just saying the same thing over and over and over again. Use not vain, empty repetitions. Okay? Be in the spirit, but, hey, it says, for they think they shall be heard for their much speaking. Like, they sitting there saying the whole thing, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, dude, like, you already done said whatever it is. Just get to it, This is something you got to judge in the spirit too, There's reverence and utterance and worship of Yahweh Shem Shai. But get to the prayer. Remember, you're begging. All right, so just get to the point, man. Scriptures talk about before thy prayers, prepare thyself. All right. It's in the book of Sirach. All right. You pretty much know what you want. Want to ask and stuff like that. All right. And that's good. These things are necessary as the Lord is telling us in instruction. All right. Is it prepare? Give me one moment. That's Sirach chapter 18 and 23. It says, before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. Okay? That's right. Be not one that tests the Lord. Okay? So going down, this is verse 8 now, Matthew 6 and 8. It says, be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. Right. So I went into the Romans 8, how the Lord already, the Father already pretty much know, what you want. Remember that other precept I had read earlier. See if I can read it again. Likewise, the Spirit also helpeth our infirmities, for we know, this is Romans 8:26, for we know not what we should pray for as we ought, but the Spirit itself maketh intercession for us with groaning which cannot be uttered. And he that searcheth the hearts knoweth what is the mind of the Spirit, because he maketh intercession for the saints according to the will of the power. All right. So going down again, be not therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. After this matter, therefore pray ye. Abanawa Shabashamayim Kodashaya Shimka Yahal Malakotha Taba Ratazaka Hayai Shabarasa Kwahaya Bashamayim Tanel come call you one was lock now, Kuawas now, Kasalak now, Kuawas now, Wala Atabia now, Vanessa you want ball Shy now, me Raka Laka, Malakwas Wahala with a Parath Naomi Ama, which is be thy kingdom. This is thy kingdom come, thy will be done in heaven as in earth. Give us a day our daily bread, forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. When you heard me utter it, I was saying it in the Hebrew, all right, which the Hebrew has the that's the the highest might. That's the you know something translated to another tongue had not the same force. So when you speak in the Hebrew, that's the highest might, the strength of Yahweh Shem Shai in the language. So in the Lashon Kodash, the Lashon Tahar, the pure tongue. Lashon goes in the tongue, Tahar is pure, Kodash is holy. All right, but if you forgive not men if their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Passes, right? So just giving you back the instruction. So understanding precept upon precept, understanding even the mindset you should be in, the state you should be in, in a clear conscience, clearing of the brother, etc. Everything, so that you can get what you want answered. Okay, and then it goes into the fasting. You know, and that'd be another lesson. I could go and bring that prayer and fasting and stuff, because there's different precepts I found in the spirit. Yeah, get things activated. So, well, with that, me check if anything's on the karmic board. But that's pretty much the lesson to the spirit. I ain't quench the spirit. I just went. The Lord brought out a lot of edification to the spirit. You know. So yeah, that's it. Ain't nobody got anything. So I hope you're edified by the lesson. Being built up. Birthday Hawa, birthday Shai, birthday Hawa, birthday Shai. Call Allah, Hawa, Allah, Yahweh, Shema, Shai, Shinka, Gadash. We're just giving all praise, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bashem, Al Shai, Bashem, Gadash, giving double honors to our elder apostles, a great millstone, who well, these citation, Bakayar, Inshallah, Yashab, to election of the nation of Israel. Shalom to the next lesson. Yeah, we're gonna get it in next.